Sounds of the Valley is sponsored by the Huntsville Symphony Orchestra.
I'm Shanika Wright, and on this edition of Sounds of the Valley, we're introducing you to a familiar face you've probably already seen on stages all across North Alabama and across the state. So with me today, we have James Irvin. He's been with acts like Microwave Dave, and he's been in the business for more than 20 years. So, James, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Of
I
course.
appreciate it.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, I think. Yeah, we'll see after this is over.
You're going to be doing even better after this is over, I promise.
So, probably so.
So I just want to start with how your love of music became to be. Like, you're from around this area. You're from Center Grove, actually.
Yeah, Center Grove, Alabama.
So tell me
middle of
how.
nowhere.
So tell me how your love of music cultivated and how did it grow?
Musical family, and it was always there. It was just always there. But for me, it was hearing Up Around the Bend by CCR come on the radio when I was about 3, and then I was obsessed with it. And I started playing snare drum around that age, and I would play along with Creedence tapes, and it was just always there. First performances for me would have been pretty early teenage years, and it was usually playing drums in a band that my dad was in. Shortly after that, me and my sister were both writing songs. So I recorded us a demo tape when I was about 16 or 17. Took it around to some places in Huntsville, which was the big city to us. And yeah, we got our first booking, and then we just kept going. And that's how I got started in the local scene.
Lovely. So we know that you have been tied to Microwave Dave and the Nukes, and you got that gig pretty early on in your career, like your early 20s. Can you tell me more about like how that came to be and what that experience was like?
Of course, I was familiar with Microwave Dave. My dad was a fan and took me to see him at Big Spring Jam when I was about 11 years old. But I had been playing drums some on the local scene for about a year, and Microwave Dave came in and heard me play and then pulled me aside and talked to me and offered me the job, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it. That was my first experience getting on the road and playing out of town. Once it became known that I played drums, I started getting busy. Different bands were calling on me to play for them. And so that was great. That's how I got my foot in the door to where I could play solo gigs if I wanted to, or I could front my own band if I wanted to. So I've always just kind of juggled all three things. There's some weeks where I'm, playing drums all week, or there's some weeks where I'm just playing solo gigs all week, and maybe once or twice a month front my band. So it breaks monotony. It keeps it fun for me, I think.
You're a full-time musician. Like, how has that journey been for you? Highs and lows. Like, what is it like to just be a full-time musician, especially in this area?
The early years were difficult. You're scraping by. So, you sacrifice, you definitely sacrifice, but you're getting to do what you love. And for me, I just stuck with it. Maybe it wasn't the right thing to do, but I did it, and I'm glad I did it. And because of that, I've gotten to do some pretty incredible stuff, and I'll have that for the rest of my life. I'll have those memories. And pretty much any friend I have, anybody I know, rich or poor, whatever, I know them from playing music. It doesn't seem like it's been 20 years, so I don't think I have any choice but to keep going, no matter what level that is, whether it gets bigger or it doesn't. If I stay where I can be happy exactly where I'm at right now, or if I'm just playing locally once a week, I can still be happy with that. But it's definitely something I plan on doing the rest of my life until I can't anymore.
So when someone says James Irvin, what, I guess, legacy do you want to leave behind when they mention your name? What is it that you want people to think?
That's a good question. I hope that whatever I did, I brought some joy to their life, or I think first and foremost that they enjoyed being around me.
I'm enjoying it, so.
Yeah, I just want to to leave good, pretty much. And if people dig the music I've put out, if I've inspired anybody, then I'm really grateful for that. Anytime somebody has said to me that, hey, I heard you play one time, or I've had people come up that heard me when they were a kid and it got them into it, and that, it's unbelievable that, you made that impact. And there's a lot of times that we've played in the schools, for the Microwave Dave Music Education Foundation and things like that. And I've had, kids that are 21 or 22 come up and be like, hey, when I was 8 years old, I watched you play drums, and that, that's pretty cool.
It is.
So,
what are you going to be performing for us today, and what's the inspiration behind it?
All right, so today I'm going to be playing a song that's brand new that I have yet to record and I have yet to perform.
An exclusive? I am honored.
And the name of the song is You Only Get One.
I'm honored to be the first fangirling. Okay.
These roads, they all lead to home. And everything I'd ever known, but I don't know it now. I've been away for too long, denying that anything was wrong. You couldn't drown the pain, but you tried. Hated the truth, so I lied. But I know you now, more than ever now. I can know you now, I'm the same. I lay awake every night, guilt and shame lay by my side. I see your face, what could I have done? Be nice, boy, you only get one. But I don't have one now, when I need one now. And nothing can be found to replace. The sun is setting and I'm in a half dream state, moving backward to a different place and